Fluxus, Estrategias en Comunicación, presenta.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Point of Jazz with Glass. Welcome everyone to Point of Jazz with Glass, Punto de Jazz con Glass. We're going to have the chance of listening a new CD by Shiri Zorn, Muscatello with Mauricio Zottarelli. Guys, very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Into another land. Why don't we have a trip into your land and you let us know what's the CD about?
That's an interesting question in itself. For me, the CD is about a journey that starts with George's original composition and I think represents a lot of what we've been doing the past decade together. The composition itself is beautiful in itself, but the way the voice is used on it and the way the interaction between the instruments is presented is something that I think represents us as a unit.
What would be your choice for the first song in order to listen to it?
Definitely the order of the record.
With Shiri Zorn and Muscatello, let's listen to the CD Into Another Land with the first track, Witch Touch.
Into another land, free finally from all the pain inside me. Waking to the sound of rain, or is it that I'm still dreaming? A million shadows lurking in. Mental visions keep on streaming. Here I am, the same old place. Fever dream, my body's tossing. And in a flash I see her face. Waving hand, I must be crossing into another land, free finally from all the pain inside me.
Your CD is referred as original and intoxicating. What song would you like us to intoxicate with?
I still say just like the order of the CD. It was kind of picked in that order, and if you're running it, I would say just run it that way.
Let's drown into the sea with Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello, listening to How Deep is the Ocean.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel just to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How much do I love you? I'll tell you, don't lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you home? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel just to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How far would I travel just to be where you are? From here to a star. And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry?
Let's travel to South America and let's listen to Antonio Carlos Jobim with Cingaro. Why did you choose this song, guys?
It's a song I was introduced to a few years ago when I started exploring Latin jazz more in depth. And as I was going through the material, this song really haunted me because of the meaning of its lyrics. And then when I sat down and started learning the actual melody to it, I realized that the melody is intoxicating. Is so original and so unique. It's very angular. And the way I heard it was not necessarily the way you hear most bossa novas being played. And so I felt like the lyrics were so intense, the melody was so angular, it needed some room to just be without anything being added to it. So this is why I think the initial thought was, okay, the idea is to present the text as if somebody's really speaking that text intimately to somebody else, and then bringing another element, which was George's guitar, into it, to have more of a different dimension, a real conversation, just something that takes you to literally another land where you're in a totally different place.
Let's listen Singaro by Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello by Antonio Carlos Jobim.
Já conheço os passos dessa estrada, sei que não vai dar em nada. Seu segredo sei de cor. Já conheço as pedras do caminho e sei também que ali sozinho e vou ficar. Tanto pior e o que eu posso contra o encanto desse amor que eu nego tanto, evito tanto e que, no entanto, volta sempre a enfeitiçar. Com-se os mesmos tristes vários fatos que no álbum de retratos eu tenho em colecionar. A maltratar meu coração.
Guys, I would like you to tell us about the recording process. How was it, especially during these very interesting times? And how did you come up with all the recordings being so tight and so concise?
Shiri and I recorded in her basement. We just bought an Apollo, and Shiri engineered everything on our end.
Congratulations. Great.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
I didn't even have an amp. I just played through a Strymon Iridium because miking an amp seemed really, really hard. Shiri did an amazing job, and Mauricio did his stuff in Brazil, and we just kind of sent tracks back and forth. And he knows David Darlington, who made it sound, just took what we gave him and did an amazing job with it, really.
One of the things I like about the comments that you just gave yours is that you can do whatever you want in the quality you want if you pay enough attention.
That was spot on. I think that the word attention here is so important. The attention to detail, at least, the way I was thinking about it. And when I was recording myself, because it really was only me with myself here and sitting in my basement and doing it myself. But there was something that, when you have a vision and you know what you want something to sound like, the freedom of having this at home and having it in my own basement made it actually, a possibility where I could just sit and really pay attention to detail.
Let's listen to Beautiful Love with Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello.
Beautiful love, you're all a mystery. Beautiful love, what have you done to me? I was contented till you came along, thrilling my soul with your song. Beautiful love, I've roamed your paradise, searching for love, my dreams to realize, reaching for heaven, depending on you. have you done to me? Reaching, oh, heaven, will my dreams come true?
We'll be right back here at Point of Jazz with Les.
eMedia es la herramienta que te permitirá conocer a la audiencia de tu radio, saber qué gustos musicales tienen, cómo piensan, analizar su comportamiento y así mantenerlos felices, incrementando la cantidad de tus oyentes. Además, contarás con tu propia aplicación para Android y iOS. Y tu sitio web personalizado con streaming incluido, todo en un solo lugar. Comienza hoy tu prueba gratuita. eMedia, tu audiencia conectada.
¿Sabías que el 80% del contenido que se genera en Internet es video? El 60% de los que lo ven terminan visitando tu sitio web o tus redes sociales. Videos corporativos, videos virales, videos de productos, streamings, videos para eventos corporativos, redes sociales y mucho más. Visita www.emotionmedia.com.mx y aprovecha todo lo que la tecnología puede hacer por tu marca. Emotion Media. We are video makers.
Fluxus. Estrategias en comunicación en alianza con Fusion Radio. Genera contenidos para plataformas digitales. Conócenos www.fluxus.com.mx.
Intéligo, información y estrategia. Hacemos que sus ideas se hagan realidades tangibles, convirtiéndolas en éxitos rentables. Con nosotros, sus estrategias son más. Visite www.intéligo.mx y descubra cómo podemos apoyar. Intéligo.
Hoy la telemedicina ha tomado un gran auge. Los celulares inteligentes se han convertido en herramientas que colaboran con nuestra salud. La conectividad es cada vez de mayor velocidad y cobertura. Mi Doc Online es la solución en una sola app para que tengas una consulta con tu médico, que él te diagnostique, te dé una receta e incluso en dónde puedas comprar tus medicamentos y pagar la consulta. Todo en línea y en tiempo real. Mi Doc Online, la aplicación disponible para tu tableta o celular y que te ayudará a mantener tu salud y la de los tuyos. Mi Doc Online.
Me duele mucho, mamá.
María, Regina no se siente bien y nuestro médico no está en el país.
Busca en Ubicadoc, ahí encontrarás médicos de todo el país y de todas las especialidades. Seguro encuentras alguno que incluso haga telemedicina.
Ya no aguanto.
¡Ya! ¡Listo! Ya programé la cita por videollamada y ya que Regina esté mejor, iremos a su consultorio y la revisará en persona.
Ubicadoc, la ayuda a encontrar médicos a la medida de su salud. Solución disponible en Internet y en aplicaciones para sus dispositivos móviles, iOS o Android.
Ubicadoc.
We are back here at Point of Jazz with Les. You know, George, I wasn't ready. Were you?
I mean, the truth about that one is I'm not really that big of a fan of that one. And Shiri really liked it. And I think Tyranny liked it, right?
Yep,
I'm not
yep,
really sure.
yep.
And I was just like, all right. I mean, I guess I'd put myself aside here and listen to other people instead of that voice in my head telling me that. So it was fun, you know, it was fun to do it. And it's fun to listen to it back. And some other people say they really like it too. So kind of a little lesson that my own opinion is just one opinion, and doesn't really carry any more weight than somebody else's opinion if somebody really likes it. So I don't know if that's the answer, but you're looking for. Well, I don't even know if I'm even answering your question, really.
It's pretty much okay. I think you just touched something very important. Our egos must be away from the door when we are playing with our mates. Sure, it happens to us engineers. Whenever I work in any project, the first thing I'm aware of is that it is not my point of view which is important, but the piece of art I have in my hands. I have my favorite bands, I have my favorite sounds, but it's not my band, it's not my sound, it's not my product, it's theirs, and I just have to be part of it. And it's a very mature attitude, I think. So the end result is important, and we can listen to it in the piece. I was already sounds beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I did my homework, I listened to it previously, and I really liked it a lot. Okay, guys. Well, if anybody wasn't ready, we're going to listen to it with Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello here in Punto de Jazz con Glass.
That day, seeing your face, you gazed into another space, and all the clouds in the skies passed through your eyes. You said, travel with me, we'll search till we can find the key to be. But I guess I wasn't ready for the mystery to unfold so quickly, so swiftly. And then watching you breathe, those restless clouds just started to clear. Letting me know what is that day, seeing your face, you gazed into another space, and all the clouds in the skies passed through your eyes. You said, travel with me, we'll search till we can find the key to be. But I guess I wasn't ready for the mystery to unfold so quickly, so swiftly. what is near.
Vivo Soñando, I'm a Dreamer. What a beautiful sound. What a beautiful song to choose. Why did you come up with this song for the city?
Again, the attraction to Jobim. There is definitely a love relationship, I think, for both of us with that music, Jobim in particular. And again, this is a song that I've known for a few good years. And I liked the fact that it had both Portuguese and English words and that I could present both to listeners. You know, I think that the music, again, as a singer, I cannot not make the connection between lyrics and melodies and the music. The music is so dreamy to me that it's just, you actually picture somebody sitting there and just dreaming about something that will probably never happen. But, you know, there's an element of somebody who's still naive and yet has seen enough, but still chooses to stay open and vulnerable and almost childlike about the idea of falling in love and being in love and, you know, and willing to pay the price of it. I mean, it's so difficult with Jobim because, I mean, all his songs are so amazing. The choice is really tough. But I think there is something to that one. I feel like it was a good contrast to Zingaro, too, because Zingaro is so intense and dark. You know, the lyrics are really dark. And this one, it has just a different perspective on love. It's still love, but it's just a different perspective on love.
Yeah, I remember once I listened to an interview of Antonio Carlos Jobim, and first of all, he was living in a very tough neighborhood when he was young, but very close to the beach. So he had this contrast of looking at very difficult things, but at the end of the day, he could go to the sea and relax. Yeah. So I think his words and his music are pretty much showing us that kind of life. I remember the girl from Ipanema was greeting after watching a girl going to the beach, and later on, some companies looked for the girl of the song, and she became a model, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it has lots of contrasts, but also it has lots of beauty in his songs, you know. Absolutely. So yeah, let's keep on dreaming with Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello, listening to Vivo Soñando by Antonio Carlos Jobim.
To não vindo, não vindo, a vida tem fim. Gente que passa sorrindo, zombando de mim. Eu a falar em estrelas, mar, amor, luar, pobre de mim. Isso eu sei te amar.
We'll be right back here at Point of Jazz with Les.
eMediaP es la herramienta que te permitirá conocer a la audiencia de tu radio, saber qué gustos musicales tienen, cómo piensan, analizar su comportamiento y así mantenerlos felices, incrementando la cantidad de tus oyentes. Además, contarás con tu propia aplicación para Android y iOS y tu sitio web personalizado con streaming incluido, todo en un solo lugar. Comienza hoy tu prueba gratuita. eMediaP, tu audiencia conectada.
¿Sabías que el 80% del contenido que se genera en Internet es video? El 60% de los que lo ven terminan visitando tu sitio web o tus redes sociales. Videos corporativos, videos virales, videos de productos, streamings, videos para eventos corporativos, redes sociales y mucho más. Visita www.emotionmedia.com.mx y aprovecha todo lo que la tecnología puede hacer por tu marca. Emotion Media. We are video makers.
Fluxus. Estrategias en comunicación en alianza con Fusion Radio. Genera contenidos para plataformas digitales. Conócenos www.fluxus.com.mx.
Intéligo, información y estrategia. Hacemos que sus ideas se hagan realidades tangibles, convirtiéndolas en éxitos rentables. Con nosotros, sus estrategias son más. Visite www.inteligo.mx y descubra cómo podemos apoyar. Intéligo.
Hoy la telemedicina ha tomado un gran auge. Los celulares inteligentes se han convertido en herramientas que colaboran con nuestra salud. La conectividad es cada vez de mayor velocidad y cobertura. Mi Doc Online es la solución en una sola app para que tengas una consulta con tu médico, que él te diagnostique, te dé una receta e incluso en dónde puedas comprar tus medicamentos y pagar la consulta. Todo en línea y en tiempo real. Mi Doc Online, la aplicación disponible para tu tableta o celular y que te ayudará a mantener tu salud y la de los tuyos. Mi Doc Online.
Me duele mucho, mamá.
María, Regina no se siente bien y nuestro médico no está en el país.
Busca en Ubicadoc, ahí encontrarás médicos de todo el país y de todas las especialidades. Seguro encuentras alguno que incluso haga telemedicina.
Ya no aguanto.
¡Ya! ¡Listo! Ya programé la cita por videollamada y ya que Regina esté mejor, iremos a su consultorio y la revisará en persona.
Ubicadoc, la ayuda a encontrar médicos a la medida de su salud. Solución disponible en Internet y en aplicaciones para sus dispositivos móviles, iOS o Android.
Ubicadoc.
We are back here at Point of Jazz with Les. Guys, please don't whip in my program. Don't do it. What about Willow Whip for me?
Don't whip in my program.
What was the reason for choosing this beautiful song?
I don't know. Do you want to do Willow? Do you want to? I mean, it's just.
I mean, you're the one who actually kind of brought that to the table. You said to me one night, you were like, "I really love this song."
Yeah,
and it's a song that I for many years I shied away from because it's so overly done by so many artists, incredible artists, that sometimes because it's done by so many incredible, you just don't want to touch it, you know. But I think we found an interesting spin on it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, it was just like at least from my point of view, it was just I don't know, a certain, I guess, an imitation of James Francis, the keyboard. I was listening to his record quite a bit, and again, I'm not saying it's anywhere, you know, approaching that or anything, but I guess that's where the middle part kind of came from for me. So,
well,
yeah, I'm happy with that one.
Let's listen Willow Whip for me with Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello. And let's keep also our love for worldwide music, Brazilian, Cuban music, anyone.
Green along the stream that runs to sea. Listen to my plea, listen, willow and weep on my lover's stream. Lovely summer stream, gone and left me here to weep my tears into the stream. Sad as I can be, hear me, willow, and weep. Whisper to the wind and say that love has sinned to leave my heart a breaking and making a moan. Murmur to the night to hide her starry light, so none will find me sighing and crying all alone. Weeping willow tree, weeping sympathy, bend your branches down along the ground and cover me when the shadows fall. When the shadows fall. When the shadows fall. When the shadows fall. באת אליי, את עיניי לפקוח, וגופך לי מבט וחלון וראי. When the shadows fall. ולמדתי שם בחוריס וציפורן, ולכל שערה בבשר וחשוף, וריח ילדות, ריח דבק ואורן, וניחוח לילו של הגוף, של הגוף. say that love has sinned to leave my heart a breaking and making a moan. Murmur to the night to hide her starry light. So now we'll find me sighing and crying all alone. Weeping willow tree, weeping sympathy, bend your branches down along the ground and cover me. Where the shadows fall.
Unfortunately, we only have one more song, The Tour Ahead. What is the inspiration of taking this song into your city?
Well, this one really came out of just playing live performances.
Most of them did.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
most of the arrangements, because we played duo quite a bit and trio, bassless trio a lot, but we played a lot of duo, and a lot of the arrangements, at least on the standards, are just kind of things that we remembered that we kind of did and maybe, pieced together, like the way they came about. And we just try to clean them up just for an actual record, just trim the ends and stuff. But yeah, we played it a million times. We loved the song, right?
Yeah. Again, the lyrics are just something that draws you in. And this is why, the choice for rubato, because it just asks for it. It calls for it, and really this thing, the arrangement came in the moment George started playing. Just the introduction that you hear really just happened in the moment one night here in Saratoga Springs. And the thing I think that happens between us quite a bit is that there is intuitive back and forth where George would start something and there would be just a natural reaction to what is really happening. So we really just try to recreate that for the recording. And it kind of concludes the journey, because really it's a road trip, right? It's something that is in motion that's happening in this song. So it's almost like the journey is still going. We haven't reached the end of it.
I mean, there's the other side too, where, Shiri tells a great story, but it's really, if we were just to give you all the answers for how we came up with this record, it's really underwhelming. We just kind of made a record, and we didn't even pick the order. David Darlington picked it, and it was just amazing. He picked it in like 2 seconds. He just said it one time through, and we listened. It was like, man, this is amazing.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it was nice. Again, this is like not listening to your own voice, your own ego, putting it aside and seeing how somebody else perceives it. And it turned out to be the perfect choice.
I know, just great, just great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for
thank you, Glass.
taking us in a trip into another land and let us know new paths, new ways of listening. And also thank you to Mauricio, which is not here, but anyways, he's on the record.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They sound really, really cool. It's an amazing city. Thank you very much. And we're going to say goodbye to the show with The Tour Ahead with Shiri Zorn and George Muscatello. And Mauricio, don't forget that you will be listened to here. Thank you very much, guys, in Punto de Jazz con Glass.
Thank you, Glass.
Thank you, Glass.
Thank you so much.
Smooth road, clear how strange the road to love should be. So easy. Can there be a detour ahead? Wake up, slow down before you crash and break your heart. Gullible clown, you fool, you're heading in the wrong direction. Can't you see the detour ahead? The farther you travel, the harder to unravel the web. He spins around you, turn back while there's time. Don't you see the danger sign? Soft shoulders surround you. Smooth the road, clear night. Oh, lucky me that suddenly I saw the light. I'm turning back away from all this trouble. Smooth road, smooth road, no detour.
This was Point of Jazz with Glass. Have a wonderful jazzy night.